Alright, well, let's play something. Alright, sweet. Right off the bat. Right off the bat, we get the communion chat. Right off the bat. Marshy communion. Martian stew moment? It's always a Martian stew moment. Literally every time. What up, Pug? What it does, what it doesn't. Can we call you Martian Badu now? I guess if you want. Badu is probably I always liked Badu. I wouldn't really call it a favorite baby Pokemon. My favorite is obviously Bonsly. Bonsly is the top tier baby Pokemon. But yeah, I remember we used to, like, didn't it search for a trainer or something? Badu, like the really old one. It used to get run as like a tech card. Like back in the olden days. This is it, right? Search your deck for a trainer card, show it to your opponent, and put it in your hand. Yeah, I could do that for no energy. People would run that in some things. You're Martian booing right now, I believe you. What up, Guapo? Chumbo Druid, indeed. Hearth main deck, boo gaming as usual. Yep, absolutely. What up, Marshy? What up, Bodyguard Vinegar? Let's go. What up, Schmoops? I recently found out that Vinegar, the forgettable minion from the filler Garlic Jr. saga of Dragon Ball Z, was a good card in Old Scorzy, if you can believe it. This will let us choose what our next top deck is. That's actually kind of helpful. Alright, yeah, we'll brew next. Brew next seems good. Brew next seems good, chat. Are we doing Mild Tusk Rogue today? No. Should I? I want to personally thank you for introducing me to the pure joy called Suck Even Decay, and curse you for making me relapse to Hearthstone. I got you, friend. I got you. Why don't you get wrecked? Hey, Martian, saw you played against Regis in Standard. Were you watching Regis? Did I win? I hope I won. I saw it on a YouTube comment, and they were on day 18, the only reason I asked. Oh, yeah. I'm like super not excited to play that deck, but I guess if they keep going for a while, I will. Oh, this one is the worst one, I think. Maybe the rogue one, but like whenever I get this one, I'm like, okay, so I do this, and I do this. We can't even discount them all the way, you know? Like, it's like half a parasitic package that requires you to run all of it. How long is a while? I start feeling bad once they approach 30. Not feeling bad, but feeling like, alright, you gotta do it. You're big on this deck right now? That's what's up. How am I ranked so high? Oh yeah, I don't usually show my rank anymore. I'm ranked so high because I had a lot of beer and played Exodia Paladin a bunch of times and got a much earlier legend than usual. This hearth thing is so stupid, chat. I like. I don't know. I can't get over it. Why does it have to suck so much? Okay. Oh, should I play this? 11. It's never lethal, right? Yeah. Hey, lamp. I actually put in Malagos when I still had Ultimate Infestations in the list. I think it's still fine, right? Like, it just drew us so many cards. It's better when our hand is empty, right? Like, I was thinking it would be a really good top deck. Hand is too full to guarantee that this will get me what I want. Just when the opponent thought he was safe from leaving Paladin, boom, here we go again. Real. Move to Twitch also? You were playing the Protoss Rogue? No Tyrantus, he needs loving too, it's true. It's true. Gotta play Tyrantus. Unless I, don't play Tyrantus. In which case I won't. Well, if we get just the right stuff, right? So I'll do this, and then we only have one whiff. And it's good, right? Oh, we lose. Oh, I should have put it here. I'm so stupid. But no. Chat. We're fine. Chat, we're fine. Okay. We figured it out. Chat. We're good. Do I like the new signatures? I do. I'm wrestling with the decision whether I should get the Tyrande or not. Okay, here's how I... Okay, chat. Thoughts? Chat. Run this by me. Or run this by you. Tell me what your thoughts are on this. Do you think I need a 4th Neralax? How many Neralax am I supposed to have? How many... Like, if I have 3 uncraftable Neralax, should I get a 4th one? You guys think I need a 4th one, maybe? Scale from 1 to 10. Yes, I do. Yeah, everyone needs a 4th Neralax, that's my opinion. So yeah, I'm definitely not getting that. But the Tyrande is kind of cool. Like, I have to think about, like, if I would ever actually use it. But if I ever wanted to use it and did not have it, I would be sad that I didn't have it. If you have enough, if you have 4, then you have enough for a magic deck. I remember making that joke about some, it was Lorthamar, I think. It was like, oh, look, I have a playset. Martian, what's the best hunter deck in Wild?
The time for dreaming is over. My long slumber has ended.
I don't know, is there a good one? Oh, it's like the Zerg pile. It's like Zerg Pile Hunter is the best one. Deathbringer, you say? You think the best hunter deck is Reno? Oh, it might be. Yeah. Highlander pile. Gotta be a Highlander pile, right? Yeah, I guess so. I guess so. Ah, I see you've brought stuff. Deathbringer, I hardly know her. Okay. Chat, this hand does not have as much Astral Communion in it as my last hand. Thanks for the thanks for the 50 pug. I appreciate it. That pug wants me to have signature Narlax. Is Grunty core in this deck? Yes. Grunty is absolutely core. If you don't have Grunty in this deck, what are you even doing? That's what I want to know. Alright. Astral Communion. Pug more like Pog? Too true, too true. It's such a pretty card. It is very pretty, it's true. It does complete the playset. Alright. I really wish I could test for the objection first. I guess I do, right? Like, I do this. We gotta test for objection. Maybe we could just find out in advance if it's, like, Flame Ward or something. Alright, I'll test for objection. We can Astral Communion next turn. It was not objection. Alright, so if they play another secret, we'll know it is. Based Pug? He is based. It's true. Wild is just one class right now? My last opponent was Warlock. This one's Mage. I'm playing Druid. They're all one class if you squint hard enough. OMG, I just realized Martian is playing Spaghetti Druid. I am playing Spaghetti Druid. That much we know. That much we know. Alright, let's find the perfect card to put on the top of our deck. Varian would be good, right? Except I already have this and this, so it's not actually drawing a rusher. As taunt, we don't have any Divine Shield. So actually, I kind of hate all the cards. I remember having this problem back with old Astral Communion Druid. It was like, at a certain point, like if it takes too long for your Astral Communion to show up, it becomes bad to actually play it. Uh-oh. Alright. I'm ready. Oh, they didn't press the button? Look at that, chat. Time may pass. The dream is a turtle. Whee! Infinite value. I feel like this ice block is a problem for me. End of the line for you, Spaghetti Mage? Yeah. Yeah. What about Ray? Hey, Booger. It could be rigged fair game still. Here, fingers crossed. Fingers crossed. Martian needs more health. That's my biggest opinion. It's my best opinion. Marcy, did you see Corrupted Ysera Awakens? It destroys enemy Ysera. Yeah, it deals damage to especially Ysera. It says that on the card. Oh, thank goodness, that's health. I'll miss you, laughing sister. Yeah, how does it feel? To the grave. Well, it's always this one, right? Oh, I can't actually clear the board with this. What's worse? Having 3 minions out with full HP or being at 24 health?
I must think.
Draw? If I'm playing this, I'm gonna heal. Having 3 minions out is worse. Alright. This one actually soaks more. Should I return this one? I don't know. We can pop? If I'd done this first and double targeted this, we'd have been 1 mana short, considering I played Pendant. Oh, because we already attacked, I see. Well, very good. Booger and Marshy, can you do a collab? The Tipsy stream gave me a window to a world I want to see. We did a collab. There's a Marshy on Booger channel collab. It was a short collab. I'm still curious about what happens if your opponent is using the Ysera hero skin. If it would destroy the enemy hero if they were playing Ysera, it would be a bug, right? Like they would never design that on purpose. Down for a Tipsy collab? All right. That stream gave me a I need to take a break for a while drinking. Like I haven't actually bought any more alcohol since then. Once my cooldowns are back up, I'll tell you. Who's up commuting the Astral? Thank you so much for the 25 months, OTZ. I appreciate you. How are you? I've never lost a game in my career. Too true, too true. Do I keep Guff in this deck? That's so boring, right? But for sure, Booger. Are you surprised of all the I want Martian drunk requests? I don't know. I guess like I went back and watched some of it, right? Because like I wanted to see. People were telling me that they wanted to see some videos of it, so like I went back to like check out if I could do anything with that, and I was laughing at me, so I guess I get it. I did make those videos, but I put them to members only. I almost like I made 2. I made one was a video about when Renee was still out here, and you know I was talking to Renee and being silly and my usual self, just you know tipsy, or crunk. I don't know. I would like it. Tipsy is just me trying not to say the word drunk, I guess. But and that one I thought was very, very funny. And then I went and made the other one where I had started swearing. And it was a little funny, but I almost didn't post it, even to the member channel. I was like, But anyways, like there were a couple bits during like the California drivers part and the glide part. I was laughing at those. I don't know what to pick. Chat. Get a spell out of my deck for Magatha. Yeah, not good for YouTube, but really good for stream. Yeah, the other one actually had limited visibility, unfortunately. Thank you for posting. I loved it. Nice. Bird watching giving King Crush hero skin permanent +2/+1 type of bug. Oh yeah, if Ysera if Ysera destroyed enemy hero with this portrait. All right, well they have those cards now. What did we give them? 2 Moonlit Guidance. I hope they appreciate me. Should I pay $2.99 a month to see Martian cursing? Everybody should. Everybody should. Chat, I've never been more disappointed in you than when you freaked out about Glide. Like, Glide costs 3 billion mana, chat. Not only that, but it has the worst keyword ever on that to ruin your opponent. Yep, that's exactly how I said it, too. 100%. No more horrible words than that were used. I guarantee it. I forgot this costs 12 mana. I don't know how to pick this. Why not? That and the Kill Jaden War Golem talk was really entertaining. I think there was actually more. I was like, I was tired of hearing myself talk like that. By the time I cut that off, I was approaching an hour, and I was like, all right. I don't really want to listen to this anymore. And like, so yeah, I went on about Kill Jaden being a war golem, and I don't think I think there was more after that. I actually didn't listen to the end of the war golem section and the last game. I didn't listen to what was in between that. The last game really bummed me out. I was being a sad Marshy. Like the legend game. I was like super tired. Chat, is Astral Communion even in this deck? If it was, would I want to play it? You seem super exhausted. Yeah, I mean, like, I'd had a lot, and it was like 3 in the morning. No. I want that next turn. I could play this next turn. It's not so bad. It is my favorite of all Marshies. What up, Rhaegar? Is discard Druid the nuts? Too true. You watched all 3 hours of the VOD because it was so different? Weird. Did I miss anything between the Kill Jaden talk and the endgame? What's up, Marsh bro? What up, Larry? You know, I'm just out here playing DN Druid. I'll miss you, ETC. Stay cool. The cowards won't give Malchezaar's Imp to Druid? Yeah, exactly. You also watched the whole 3 hours? Mostly complaining about how easy the deck was. Was I complaining about it? And how opponents won't let you in? Alright, that does sound like me. Since that I love you even more, that's what's up. You'll have to see it. Oh, it's got a max health, max mana thing on the deck tracker now. That's kind of cool. That's kind of cool. Who needs Astral Communion anyway? Why don't we just do this? I'll get to max mana my own way. Right, veneer dirt. You were saying, chat, I know you usually don't say how decks are brain dead, but this deck, chat, I'm like blackout drunk and I'm rolling these kids. Did I say it just like that? Silly Martian. I remember going on about that a little, I guess. But yeah, I didn't watch back that section. I had enough. You're paraphrasing there? Very good. Goodbye, Welp. I will miss you. So let's see. We are at 10, 14 damage. It's never lethal, right? I don't think so. And I still can't play 2 cards yet, so... Do I trade this? Just to get an extra carrier, maybe? Hey, Chiron. It's cool, man. Martian Boo. How's it going? You know, we're chilling. We're playing Deanne Druid. We're smorking them down. They're hitting us with the board clear like a jerk. How could they? That's rude. That's rude what my opponent just did to me. Not into it. Oh, should we play Grunty? I know you guys want to see Grunty. We'll play Grunty just for you, chat. Oh my goodness. Is this the single best card ever played? Ever made? It gave us almost no board presence, chat. For the low price of 8 mana, you too can have almost no board presence. I just realized the art for Shelter Cell doesn't change if corrupted. Yeah, they caught me off guard too, but I guess it is technically not a corrupt card. If Jiglet could be used in Druid, would she make the cut in this deck? Maybe, actually. Like, the fact that you could play a card the same turn as Astral Communion might not be too bad. There you are, just in time to be nothing. Believe it or not. You know, I could have played... Well, I don't have a lot of room in my hand.
I must think.
If I could play 2 cards this turn, I would Deathwing. Oh, I could, like, use this to play 2 cards. Does that count?
I bestow these gifts upon the world.
I could also do this and then draw until my hand is full. Now, you made me wondering, yes, Martian, you could do that, but should you? And the answer is, now that I've thought about it even at all, maybe you're right. Maybe I shouldn't have done that. Maybe that was one of those decisions only a Martian would make. My hand is looking way worse than, way worse than it was before, and now I've taken a bunch of damage? You know, at least I've done it, chat. At least I've done it. Let's never, ever, ever talk about it again. Did I ever play World of Warcraft? I did. Mr. Boo, I think that was not the correct decision. I think you're right. This hindsight reasoning is why you're funny. Alright. At Cho'Gall, I swear it has beneficial effects in Druid of all classes. Bum bum bum. I get when they did that with the nostalgia cards on Whizbang, but why avoid the older keywords in cards like Shala now? They don't do it because they don't want people to have to memorize a bunch of keywords that barely show up. So new keywords aren't used to make new things more understandable, they're used to, like, sell you something exciting. Like, hey, look, your new keyword. It's so cool. If we ever print it again, we're just gonna type it out. Never understood the keyword reasoning when you can mouse over or tap and hold a card. Yeah, I get it from Magic. I get it from Magic the Gathering. But yeah, I do not get it for Hearthstone. You can just mouse over the card. I hate that philosophy so much. Yeah, it's just sloppy. It's me. I just think it's sloppy. Overheal is still in standard with one card. Yeah. Sucks transfer student doesn't get updated. You know what's funny? I used to hate transfer student fundamentally. Minutemen, thank you so much for the prime, my friend. How are you? Like I didn't like the idea of the board mattering. And then I thought about it a little bit differently. Like, transfer student is just another random card, except you know what it's going to do in advance, right? Because you can see the board. So, like, it just has a random, like, it has a random effect from a pool of random effects. Didn't actually make the board matter. I also, like... I have these opinions that I used to have when I was more invested, right? And do I play other card games? I very much do. That's why I play Hearthstone. I had a lot of opinions back when I was more invested, back when I cared more. And now that I don't care as much, I have a hard time relating to some of those old opinions. Like, but I think that's because, like, I don't think Hearthstone has gone in a direction that reflects, like, my feelings about it. So I've, like, detached because I just, all right, well, it's not going to be the game that I want to play. So, like, it's been that way for so long now, like like a couple years, I think, that, like, I have a hard time relating to the old Marshy who used to care. Mega self BM, yeah, I made a play of all time.
I see you've brought guests.
Wow. Chat, I'm sitting here in Legend playing against Diamond 2. How does that make you feel? Diamond Stew. Apathy is the true killer of media. Word. Can you think of an old opinion you had that you don't feel so strong about now? Well, I was just explaining one. I used to think transfer student was, like, on a fundamental level, was design space that shouldn't be explored. But yeah, I rethought about it, and, like, even at the time, I calmed down off of it because, like, it's just a random effect on transfer student, and you get to know what the random effect is by looking at the board. So it's not actually as, like, it's not the board having impact on the game so much as it's a card with a random effect. So yeah, I calmed down off of that one. I guess, like, random stuff used to bother me more, again, like, when I was more invested. I don't like, I get effects that can't be replicated in paper. I don't like too much, like, I play Hearthstone because I want to play card games, and Hearthstone has historically been what I consider to be the best digital card game, which is why I played it so much. But over the years, it feels like, you know, like Hearthstone is a card game and it's a video game, and I feel like over the years, it has leaned away from being a card game and leaned into being a video game, if that makes sense. Like, I'm not someone who thinks that, you know, games should frequently go to fatigue or anything like that, but I do think that, you know, your deck should have pretty finite cards. So having a little bit of Discover was interesting, but having so much Discover that, like, you know, you're playing Standard and a lot of the time your opponent is beating you with, like, you know, over the course of the game, half the cards they played didn't start in their deck. Like, that's not a card game to me, that's a video game. You know, that's not really capturing what I like about card games, I guess. So I feel less strongly about that now because I've kind of accepted that Hearthstone is a video game first and a card game second. So that's made me less interested in Hearthstone, but I'm not going to, like, mauled about that still. I'm such a fan of this discussion happening while your opponent is doing whatever they're doing. It's so fitting, I think. Nice. Chat, do they have an answer to this, by the way? Just, you know, like a question. Raptor Herald is going to change each expansion this year. Raptor Herald. Raptor Herald Hearthstone. Is my turn gonna get skipped, by the way? Battlecry, discover a beast with a dark gift. What's that gonna change to? One Hand Man Games, almost there. Thank you so much for the 29 months, my friend. Okay, so it's right now it's Battlecry, discover a beast with a dark gift, but it's gonna become discover a beast with a what's it? Is this forever? This guy's using cheating software for sure. Yeah. The text on the event says it'll evolve. Interesting. Rouge, always BS. Chat, if you look at this and think it's a Rouge problem and not a filthy cheater problem, you're a gamer. I'll say that much. And now my turn skips, right?
Time is of the essence.
Okay. It's the first time I've ever had my turn skipped by animations. I don't think it's ever happened to me before. I didn't actually want to. I didn't actually want to add them. So just finished your most recent video, and hearing you talking about people labeling decks was funny to me. Back when I played Magic competitively, my playtest group would always look at decks on a Venn diagram control aggro combo, and because so rarely a deck fell purely into a single category. Real.
My long
Real.
slumber has ended. There is no way.
I see you've brought guests.
Do I edit my own videos? I do. I do.
I see you've brought guests.
Chat, none of these are Astral Communion. I actually, okay, so there are a lot of lists that run like, 30 cards. Like Schmoopy's list runs 30 cards. And that's better, right? Because you find Astral Communion more often. Also, like, you guys are making me look stupid. I was telling people that all my opponents are Shadow Priests, and we haven't faced a 1 today. What's going on with that? You guys aren't Astral Communion. I guess I regret using this, to be honest. I should have used it on 4, at least in hindsight. I was thinking, like, if I don't hit Astral Communion, I'll maybe hit Breath or Invigorate, but yeah, that didn't happen, obviously. I guess I'll take this one. By the way, chat, the reason that I'm using Breath of Dreams and Invigorate and not Splish Splash Whelp or Wild Growth is because when I have 15 mana, or like not 15, because that would still work for Wild Growth, but when I have you know, after I Communion, the Invigorate and Breath still draw me a card. So it's not like getting a brick draw. So that's why I chose those ones. Otherwise, I would have still, like, you know, like, in a different deck, I would still run them all. But specifically in this one, I think those are the best ones. Alright, well. My favorite Martian, even more than Martian Manhunter, Marvin the Martian, and E.T. Nice, nice. Signature Curator looks so cool. Really, it really does. It really does. Also, hey, how you doing? Chat, do I still play this? Like, we're coin away from playing good cards. I guess we don't play it now. You gloved up, Astral Communion. Nobody wants to play with you. Do I want to play Signature Curator?
The menagerie is for guests only.
Chat, how much does it stress you out when I choose to overdraw? Overdrawing, especially in a deck like this, is not the end of the game, not the end of the world, right? Like it's basically nothing. But I feel like I make a lot of plays knowing that, and you know, it like makes some people uncomfortable. Like, there are a lot of people who, like, let's say they're a little bit more casual, that do not understand that overdrawing isn't that big a deal. It only stress you out if you're playing a combo. I mean, like, it's a little different depending on the deck, but, like, you know, most decks I play aren't like that. Chat, I do have one way to deal with this. But once I use it, it's gone, right? Oh, I have Shaldrasil too.
I must think.
Feel like if you've played the game for more than a year, you kind of realize overdrawing doesn't matter. You say that. You say that. Like, I agree with you, but, like, I don't think it's people who have played the game for over a year consistently feel that way, unfortunately.
Do not touch.
Do not touch. Use Deathwing, you dare me? Okay, fair enough. It's really annoying without Bob. I miss Bob. It's true. But, yeah, it does make me think I should put something in here. I think a lot of people just have one really bad experience with burning cards and apply the bias to every situation. Yeah. All are nourished when the cycle renews. So, I get 2 bounces, chat. I get 2 bounces. I have to do maximum damage I can with literally 2 bounces. This isn't worth sticking out, right, chat? Like, I feel like I can win this, but I likely won't. I'm just gonna concede. What's a good... So I could put silence in the ETC, right? That's what to do. I'll cut the Alex for that. Is this Control Druid? It controls your butt. Oh! Martian Boo, how are you? Chilling. Would Narlax be good in this deck? Hard to say. I think the answer is probably no. Oh my goodness, we're up against Deathbringer again. Look at that, chat. Once again, it will be my privilege. It will be my absolute privilege to play against this person without any secret tech. You're totally the type of person who I would like to drink a beer with. Nice, nice. That's that is a good compliment. I do enjoy it. Which do you relate more with, salt or pepper? Oh man, I love pepper. You know, my doctor told me I needed to have more salt. I haven't really, like, I've made no attempt to increase the amount of salt that I eat every day, which is probably a bad thing. I also haven't been back to my doctor since he said that, so, like, I don't know if the problem's gotten worse or if it was an anomaly or whatever, but I don't really go out of my way to eat a lot of salt. I typically, like, if I'm gonna eat a lot of something, it's usually sugar. Like, that's my weakness more than anything else. But so anyways, like, I don't usually put more salt on food. I've recently started to salt my avocados. Like, if I'm gonna have an avocado, I will probably salt it. But pepper, that goes on everything, and a whole lot of it. I use so much pepper, chat. I put pepper on my pepper, okay? I've recently started putting pepper on mac and cheese. I have to keep the stream. I will keep the stream up, but I have to head off. Godspeed, Godspeed. I don't know if I've ever heard anyone having too little salt. It is something that happens. Yeah, some people need to have more. What is your favorite spicy food? Probably sushi. Because I dump a bunch of wasabi on it. Yeah. You know, I haven't had it in a long time. When I was growing up, we had some Pakistani friends. Like the mom was friends with my mom, and when I was growing up, every once in a while we'd go over to their place when they'd have a party or something, and that food was really good. Like they would do like spicy chicken and stuff. It was like, I think it was my first that was like the first time. Oh, like I could have gone around Todd. I was not thinking about that. Which oh, Sea Devil Stinger. Okay, that can go here. Alright, I messed up, chat. I'm sorry. I didn't mean to. I was thinking about delicious Pakistani cuisine, but yeah, they had some chicken that was like my first. It's the first time I really had spicy food, and I remember it was too much for me at first, but then I grew to like it as I had it. So yeah, it was nice. The only other thing I can think of where I I really want it spicy is like Taco Bell. Like I wouldn't describe like the fire sauce at Taco Bell as being like actually spicy. I just really like the flavor of it. So I drown my Taco Bell in fire sauce. It's not like it, I don't think that it's a great example of what spicy food is as far as like I have and enjoy many much spicier things than Taco Bell's fire sauce, which is like at best a mild sauce for reality. But like I do really love it. It's very yummy. Was it American hot or Pakistani hot? Don't know. It was a kid. When it was a lot. Like this was like, I don't know, I was like 10 or less the last time I had it. So like it's been too long, but it was pretty hot. I don't think I've had anything where I've started the other side of the bell curve. My family didn't really do much in the way of making spicy food happen when I was growing up, right? Like we weren't really a spicy food family. Part of that I think is because my siblings don't really go for that. Like my tolerance has always been more than theirs, but I think my parents don't really like. Definitely not my mom, but like I don't even think my dad likes spicy food that much. Chad, I should get rid of this rank. That was a vestigial from when we were playing standard. But yeah, so anyways, I kind of discovered spicy food after being an adult, and like I got really aggressive with it for a while. I was like needing a giant pile of wasabi whenever we went to sushi because I'd use like a glob of it on every piece, and like I got to the point where like I wasn't getting the full benefit of going to sushi unless I was like a little uncomfortable, like a little bit struggle to finish my food because I was having so much of it. It was like this whole new frontier of taste to me, so like I definitely overdid it for a while, and recently I've come back down. I don't have something spicy where I'm like, oh my goodness, I can't handle that. But I definitely, you know, I will prefer to be comfortable now. Like I'll, I've lived the spicy life. I got it out of my system. So like, I don't always want to have tears coming out of my eyes while I'm eating sushi anymore. I, like I just want to like have a tasteful amount of it. So anyways, all that long story short, my spicy tolerance is such that I have not experienced spice I haven't handled in a long time, and I will always go for the spiciest option when it's offered to me. But I don't like seek out making myself suffer like I used to. I've been over the spicy fever too. I no doubt eat less now, but I still love it. Nice. Why are you mulliganing Chia Drake? Is that a way to draw Astral? You know what else is a way to draw Astral? Mulliganing. Believe it or not, when you mulligan, a card that would be in your hand goes into your deck, and it is replaced with another random card from your deck. So, it's kind of like not wanting to keep Novice Engineer. No, it's been a long time. Is that what it was called? Novice Engineer? Gnomish Apprentice? What's the 2-cost one called? We used to run it in Raza Priest. What's the 2-cost gnome called? The one that draws a card. Anyways, so like cards like that are there to like be outs. Like you can't run 16 Astral Communions, right? So you run some cards to increase your likelihood of like to make it so that your top decks can help search in that direction, I guess. But like I'm not gonna like know a card in my hand isn't gonna be Astral Communion, right? Like I'm not gonna keep something I want to play. Like you play Chia Drake the turn that you want to play Astral Communion. Why would I keep something that I know I don't want to play? It's like it's something that like, all right, I don't have Astral Communion, but at least I have an out to draw it maybe for next turn. Like it's an at least. I'm not gonna seek that out. Astral Communion, last chance. You suck. Snuggle Teddy. He was a rogue. It was Novice Engineer. Thank you. What's the other one? Gnomish Inventor is the 4 for 2/4. Dude, I love your streams. Well, I love your viewership. So thank you. Slightly different than Novice, since Novice draws any card and Drake draws a spell. Drake also is also a 1/3, and it costs 4 and makes a little 1/1 that does the same thing. Yes, they're not the same card, but they're the same category as far as what I'm talking about. They have an identical function, which is to reduce, like, you can't run infinite copies of the cards that you want to see, so you run cycle cards to increase your chance of drawing it if you don't hit it in the mulligan. Like, they have the exact same identical purposes, even if they go about it differently. Should we play Grunty? And ZT. Alright, shooting Lushwater. Is this Lushwater? I don't know the names off heart. Is this Lushwater? I think it is. Shooting 9 Greenfin. Alright, that's probably 9 Greenfin. What does this reduce? Okay, so why is it let me see it now? It's always left to right? Alright, cool. Are you going to continue with your standard adventures? I think you really like Starship Warlock or Zarimi Priest. Maybe next week. I don't know. I actually didn't like it too much. I was tempted to I was tempted to keep going because like it really bothers me when people are like me standard, like it really gets under my skin. So like I a little tempted. I was a little tempted to keep going just to spite them, but I don't usually like to make choices that are against my own interest just because other people have annoyed me. So I opted for some communion today. I want to play Astral Communion. I want to play Raza Priest, and then maybe I'll go back to Standard after that. But the reason I was playing Standard is because people were saying it was really good, but also I didn't have anything in Wild I was excited to play, and now I do, which is why I'm back to Wild today. So it was just kind of it was a good day to experiment with it if I was going to.
Woe betide those who set themselves against me. For the Alliance!
Do I have a Raza Priest list already? I do not. I have one I've been keeping for Prosperity. I'll probably start there and see how it goes. Raza kind of sucks now, not gonna lie. You sucks. No, I'm just kidding. Just lashing out because he said Raza sucks and I took it personally. I got my best ones back. Look at that. Deathwing. I needed you now more than ever.
The menagerie is for guests only.
My opponent sure is playing Spaghetti Rogue. I don't know that I have I don't know that my deck is lethal enough to beat Spaghetti Rogue. You know what I mean? Like, how am I gonna end this game? Do you mean Raza Anduin or the new Raza Mill? What is Raza Mill? I mean Raza Anduin. But the reason I want to play Raza Anduin is not because I think that it's suddenly good, but because I was tinkering with the trends section, and I'm excited to try posting a Raza video with a different title based off of the trends section. So, see how that goes. Is this Infinite Turtle? By the way, because this Infinite Turtle, I should probably just not waste my time.
I bestow these gifts upon the world. The virtue of the wild.
Witness the heart of this man.
Can't wait for them to play Test and Potion of Illusion only for Potion not to work. Funny. Rude. It's rude what my opponent's doing over there. Not a fan. Not a fan. Oh, I'm excited about Raza Priest. I built my own a couple days ago. It's totally unplayable, and I'm sad about New Raza not being there, but I'm happy Shadow Reaper Anduin is back. Shadow Reaper Anduin never left, chat. Not my heart, at least. Uh-oh. Oh, it's Jade Telegram so that they can just like delete my hand. That's really funny.
Let the Badlands burn.
I think I'm probably just gonna like bounce this Sarah as much as I can after this.
Time may pass, but the dream is eternal.
Aw, man. I'm stupid, I guess. I thought it was the 3 good ones first. Rip. And now I have Mungus in my hand. Stupid Mungus. That one. Is this Cards Druid? It is.
8 combatants enter, and I take the crown. Insanity is no excuse for bad manners.
Have you ever played Wingspan? What is Wingspan?
This must be the way.
I really want to get rid of those bobs. I don't want any more bobs. Horde can give you Shadow Hunter Vol'jin to rat tests. It's a really good idea. It's a really good idea.
You have no idea what I'm capable of.
Step always hits Bob. Neat. They did mess up, unless they have another way to get the test back. Ooh, they're digging for it. They're digging for it, chat. Now they're back to Rogue. Dude, that is funny. Does their deck just not work? Yeah, you're supposed to, like, be able to chain test forever by turning into another thing with Maestra, but they chose Mage, which doesn't work because Unluckers. Nothing actually trades, right? Yeah, I don't have anything with low enough health to remove. What's the biggest Chongo? I forget what I was talking about. Oh yeah. One moment.
I'm game.
I can't hear you. Insignificant.
You're supposed to be able to chain Tess infinitely. So you choose a different hero and then like not anything but mage, right? With Maestra. And then when you play Tess, rogue cards will be cards from another class. So you can recast Potion of Illusion to get more Tesses. And if you don't play Scabs, you won't transform back into a rogue. It's crazy the decks you see at top 500 these days, real. Ooh. That's something. This is not a useful champion of Azeroth, I'll say that much. I like the part where they destroyed their own location and got rid of their Zephyrs for forever. Do I have the movies from Bud Spencer and Terrence Hill? I couldn't tell you what those are.
You can't always trust what you see.
You can't always trust what you see. That's why we see Grunty. Played Grunty so many times. Alright, so stupid, dumb face Finley has to go die somewhere, I guess. Alright, I guess I'll go... It literally does not matter. Because all three of these are going to have to hit something. Bye, bye, bye. Hancock, thank you so much for the 3 months or 19 months of Prime. I appreciate you. Nice to catch Marty live. Also have a very spicy deck for you. Oh, do you? Mostly Western comedy. Oh. Ooh, we have this. Forgot we had Hearth Brew. Can you stop putting stuff back in my hand? The opponent has a brew now too. How did they get it? Do they steal my stuff? One mana spell gives them copies, I see. Well, these are all just gonna die. For nothing. I can wait no longer. They should play Deathwing. Kind of don't want to draw anymore, you know what I mean? Like, I feel like I have to be careful. I don't know what's going on. Okay, that's fine. Ooh, they got their own Velen? That's good. For some reason, they had that in their deck. Let's put something else in my deck. That's pretty good. Alright. I'll do this. I'll do this. And I'll do this. See what we've won. At least it's infinite value, I guess. So I could... There we go. Why do I care about them healing? I'm stupid. Is the Grommash in the art when he's drinking the blood from Gul'dan? I guess it is. He's gone now. We'll never know. We'd have to look closer at it. You have an invader play my deck. Alright, well, I'll have to... You'll have to remind me in 10,000 years when this game is over. Right? VO hour. 10,000 years when this game is over. 10 million years. 10 trillion years, chat.
No one crosses the uncrowned.
Alright, they can have a... This? This was the last card I played, right? Not the Geist. You're 9k away from Super Invader. It's been 81 years. Nice. What is opponent playing? Nobody knows. Nobody knows for sure.
We are all bound.
We are all bound to Scrumbus. I will act as your Spagoo, Dragon Lord. Alright, well. I guess I'm playing this. Would be funny if it came down to discovering random priest legendaries. I'm pretty happy to see it. I was running out of value, right? So. Ooh.
Let none survive.
We're getting there. Making some progress. Is this a game of all time? I guess it is, yeah. It's a game of all time. Truly. My opponent doesn't even know what to do. I certainly don't. Wretched is great with Sylvanas? Yeah, I think so, yeah. Where did the Gala come from? Hearth. I played Hearth Brew to brew my opponent.
You have no idea what
Uh-oh. Does she keep casting if she dies? Hilarious. Oh no. Wait. That happened more than once? I think Martian was a druid at one point. I used to be, yeah. My opponent used to be a rogue. I used to be a druid. You know how it is. You know how it is. Oh, they have to start over. But they feel terrible about that. People can change? Exactly, exactly. Carrier has arrived. This is gonna make 4. So I guess I can play this.
My rage is not bound by size.
My rage is not bound by my size. Hero power last easy. Too easy. The skin transformation was creepy. I find that skin transformations tend to be creepy, it's true. You should now play Galakron Imbue Aviana Priest. Galakron Imbue Priest? I don't know. I don't know. Those don't sound like they go together. Those don't sound like they go together, chat.
No one crosses the
What was the last card I played? The mini.
My rage is not bound by size.
My rage is not bound by Hearthstone Brew. Hopefully they didn't get a better one than me. Hopefully they got the Libram one. Get the Libram one. If you get Shutterwalk, I'm uninstalling. Renee knows what I'm talking about. They got Milrogue? Pretty funny, I guess. Isn't that fine for me, though? I have too many cards. Yeah, I feel like what I do is... Is it all minions or all enemies? All other minions. So we want this, I guess. And then I think we're hoping...
The crystal shall decide your fate.
This gets good stuff. So we play this. That gets that out of the way. Do that. And then they can see. Did I have enough? I had enough for lethal, right? The nuts. It was a really long game. Let me see how long that was. 26 minutes. I think that's good enough for one video. I'm gonna go to the restroom and be right back. I'm back. I'm back. That's the DN in DN Communion. These nuts. Dragon. I'm supposed to play an invader, play my deck. You guys were supposed to remind me. Alright, Hancock. Is this gonna be the nuts? Oh, is this Imbue Mage or Imbue Priest? With a bunch of expensive board clears. Interesting. Well, let's go. Anduin versus Uther.
With honor.
The play's the thing.
Sister Spalna is the win con after Aviana is online. Gotcha. Alright. Why is my friend Flutterwing Guardian in here? I wish Aviana was a beast, so there's good ways to cheat her out early. Oh, Aviana makes them 0. That makes sense. Okay. Now, how do I play Aviana?
To perfection.
Thank you.
You're welcome.
Ray has delivered me the coffee I need to play this game.
Hi, chat.
She also says hi. Okay, so I Nazmani to play my Aviana. Except that I have the most expensive cards ever invented in my hand at the moment. That's right. Pretty sure we still win every time. Easy. Oh, this sure is a Vel encounter if I've ever seen one. What kind of spaghetti Libram Paladin is my opponent playing? Isn't 4 mana Sunwalker a good card? That's crazy that it's not. I mean, like, it's 2025.
There is time for prayer.
I'm trying to remember what the stats are on Sunwalker. I haven't played Sunwalker since actual Classic. I used to play Sunwalker in Handlock. But yeah, it's 4 or 5 Taunt Divine Shield. Crazy that it used to cost 6. But you wouldn't play this for just the stats. But you're happy to play it in Imbue. Like, it's solid for Imbue. What kind of Libram Paladin is 3 cards but also Velen? Chat, do you think my opponent should stop hurting my feelings?
My hand is too full.
Yes? Nice. Have you played Wingspan? What is Wingspan?
Wait to read these.
If you tell me what Wingspan is, I'll tell you if I've played it or not. At least like our stuff is online, right? Like we can actually do things. It's pretty cool. Other thoughts is neat. I could just take their Velen. This doesn't have to actually live, right? We just play it and then we wait 3 turns.
Reporting for duty.
Yes? Okay. Set it and forget it. Word. Hope they don't play too much next turn. I'd like to just drop this.
These texts! I cannot read them.
What's the best meal I can cook?
The sun shines for me.
Well, I've got to do something about that now, don't I? So I guess we're repackaging this turn. You like Whirlpool more? Whirlpool? Oh, now we have 2, sure. Would it keep enchantments? No, it's just gonna add them to my hand. I'm stupid. Why didn't I go face? I'm stupid. Chat, how do I stay so stupid?
My hand is too full.
Extended BM. Real. Real and true. What do you think they got out of their ETC? KJ and the ETC? Oh, that's actually kind of nice, right? Except that I want to be able to play Ysera this turn. So...
Nourished when the cycle renews.
Job's done.
You think they got trash out of the ETC? Okay. As long as it's trash. Should have kept my mind control. That was my only, like, actual answer to this. Right? Like... Oh, Plague of Death. Yeah, Plague of Death gets there. And we're 1 off of being able to repackage. Repackage and do this. Plague of Death? It's not Plague of Death. You made the opponent mill, that means they lost the game. True. That is true, actually. I'd heard that somewhere. I had heard that somewhere.
Our souls are scattered.
No! That's rude, chat. That is not acceptable. Unacceptable! How many different hats do I own? 2. Well, I own more than that. I have 2 that I wear. I got this expecting to use it more often, but... Astral Vigilant to get Velen back is so funny. Like, I don't know. It's pretty funny, I think. I think I lost the game because of that, didn't I? So I can do this. So I only have to... I just doubled the Velens. Did not realize I would be doubling the Velens. Whoops. Alright, we lose. We lose. It's okay. It's over.
My hand is too full.
They never play a lead room and kill me.
You have been.
Disaster. Spicy deck. Spicy deck for sure. Spicy deck for sure. Pool doesn't save you? It doesn't, right? Because like it doesn't silence and destroy. Why would it save me? Well, that was pretty spicy. It's pretty spicy. Time to resume the regularly scheduled programming. Every time you won with it, it never lost. For sure.
versus Vulganis.
All shall tremble.
My long slumber has ended.
My long slumber is a slumber. When you win, you don't lose. Too true. Too true. You guys are too true over there.
I see you brought
On turn 2, I will play this for hopefully Breath of Dreams or Invigorate. Unless I draw that, in which case I think I'll still do it, right? Seems good. You're as true as you are.
Welcome.
I believe
to the
you.
dream.
I miss you, Hearth. That's all going in the garbage anyway, so... Hope you're happy. Hey, perfect. Wow, this is ideal, right? Because now we can... next turn, we'll use this to pick what card goes on the top of our deck, and then we'll play this. Neat. Wow. Disgusting. Our next top deck will be the best in the game. Nutty. Nutty. Now we're going into 15 mana, and they can have 4. It'll be perfect. It's going to be a pretty good top deck, it's true. It's true. Let the funnies commence. Indeed. They can't immolate nothing. It's true, they can't immolate anything. Well, now they can, right? The beauty of nature is an immolation. Draw faster. Oh, am I stupid? I might be stupid, chat. I might be stupid. We don't worry about that, though. We don't worry about being stupid, alright? Someone has to be dumb. Might as well be me. Just thinning the deck? Yeah, we're just thinning the deck. Not gonna lie, maybe I should have drawn another spell, now that you say that. I don't want to actually draw them, except Shelter Cell, but yeah. One less card to be immolated, true. How beefy our hand is. It's made of certified beef or something, I don't know. I don't think our board is empty enough for this. I think I'm just gonna do stuff.
Witness the heart of this man.
Witness the heart of the Mungus. Oh wait. Can I take it back? No. Sometimes they'll let you take it back. It's mostly on, I think, choose ones. But yeah, what I could have done is I could have played maybe this. This after I traded that and then refreshed the mana. That's what I should have done. No use refreshing the mana now. In fact, anything I do with that makes me sad, so I guess I'll just go face and pass. Isn't that right, Silent Storm? Isn't that right?
Your wish is my suggestion.
How dare you? How dare you do that to my precious board? Haha, this lives! All planned. All planned, chat. Now we can play carrier. So, is it ever lethal with this? I have to like get some stuff out of my hand. How many spots do I need? 4? I don't think I'm gonna make it. Yeah, it doesn't do anything. It's lethal if I play a Sarah already? I don't have the space, right? I don't think I have the space. Also, I just kind of messed it up. Because, like, last time I tried to do it with... only 3 spots. It, like... Suffering from success, chat. This is a disaster. This is one of the best disasters of all time. But anyways, yeah, last time I tried to do it with only 3 spots, it gave me Laughing Sister when I was expecting Ysera Awakens. Poor opponent just trying to play Murlocs. They are just trying to play Murlocs, it's true. It is true.
Are you gonna clean that up?
Oh, that's so funny. The name of the Jango Fett's Starship Lego set is Jango Fett's Starship. That's funny. They don't want to say the name. They don't want to say the name, chat. I guess I don't blame them. This is just lethal, right? Or at least it was. They already didn't use Slave 1 before. It's like Slaver 1, isn't it? Something like that. You mean from a different set years ago? Yeah, I figured that's what you meant. What color would I want my lightsaber to be? Red. Insta-Sith. Darth Martian. No hesitation. Insta. Wait, Martian is evil? Always has been. Always has been. I'm tight with the dark side. You've seen the type of decks I play. I play decks that have cards that can win games in them. Alright. I've been told many times that I've joined the dark side. Alright. You guys can't be surprised now. I play something vaguely meta. Oh, Martians join the dark side. teal for you. I like. For me, all lightsabers should be blue, green, red, or purple. That's my hottest of Martian takes. I respect wanting whatever lightsaber color you want, but for me, like anything outside of that is heresy. Marshy's been a dirty winner for years. Real. What's wrong with yellow or white? They weren't seen in the George Lucas Star Wars films. I actually like. I would scoff at purple, but I actually just like the Mace Windu is an unusual Jedi, so I like him having an unusual lightsaber, I guess. Like I don't want there to be lots of purple, but I like specifically Mace Windu having a purple one. You didn't expect such a simple answer? Like, there used to be lore surrounding. So
back in my day, there used to be the Jedi had access to the planet that had the crystals on it. The crystals, largely, largely made up of green and blue. That's why the Jedi had green and blue lightsabers. That's what they had access to. The Sith, they couldn't go to that planet. They had to synthesize the crystals. Alright? They had to synthesize them and to make their own. When you synthesize the crystal, it comes out red. And that's why all the Sith had red. Alright? Now you whippersnappers, alright? Whippersnappers, your lightsaber crystals are mood rings, alright? It tells you what you feel like right now, and then that's the color of the lightsaber forever. That's stupid. Back in my day, candy was a penny, right? When you buy comic books, right? You know the thing.
Could you get the code? No, it's my secret code. It's just for me. But you can have it. Don't tell anybody though. Alright, Gramps, let's get you to bed, yeah. Where's the candy lightsaber? Yeah, exactly. Jar Jar Binks, main Martian boo strikes again, exactly. Scary Marshy. Fire Festival 2 has officially been postponed. Unlucky. I don't know what that is, but what's your favorite movie from the original 6? Empire. Empire is my favorite movie, period. You know what movie contests Empire for my favorite movie of all time? Not just Star Wars, but the number 2 is dangerously close to overtaking it. Marshy's second favorite movie of all time. I've told you before. Who knows it? Anyone remember? It's Moana. I love Moana. Moana is an awesome movie. Moana 2 was okay, but it didn't really capture the spirit of what I liked about Moana. Do we want Horde? We want Alliance, right? That has Tony and Varian in it. Moana is a banger. Moana is the nuts. Yeah, it's true. What can you say except you're welcome? I know, right? Love that movie. Great movie. It's the only movie in the last like 10 years that I've gone to, like, that I've seen multiple times, like in short succession. Renee and I just kind of watch it every couple of months. I don't know. Moana's awesome. Great movie. The grandma turning into a manta ray scene like still makes me tear up. Shiny? Yeah. Tamatoa is cool. That's Dune for you. You saw each twice in theaters. Weird. I liked it okay. You should watch the documentaries about Fire Festival. Oh, was that was the scam festival? I've heard about that. I just forgot what it was called. They were gonna have a second one. Who would go to Fire Festival after the first one? That's hilarious. You don't like going to theaters because you don't want to get shot? Has that been happening a lot? Plus, they're expensive. Yeah. Like we watched at home, and like Moana isn't playing in theaters anymore. I've actually never seen the original Moana in theaters. I wish I had. It was awesome. Well, chat, is it time for the armies of Stormwinds? These are terrible. Straight to the field. Alright, we got the Brew Mother. We got the Brew Mother, chat. Those were some of the options we've ever had. I will say that much. Ooh, we have other variant for later. For later, chat. Nice, I guess. Do I want this? I guess I do. Alright, chat.
I cannot attack yet.
It's not as common as it was, but I don't like that the chance isn't 0 in America. Yeah, for sure. I remember, like, it was dangerous when The Dark Knight came out, that's for sure. I remember there being, like, problems with people being stupid when The Dark Knight Rises came out. Dead to Ilgi? Should I be worried about Ilgi? Did you see my log? I want your opinion on the Star Wars thing. Speaking of Star Wars, how funny would that theory of Jar Jar being a Sith Lord behind everything be? I heard that theory a jillion years ago, and it's been too long since I've thought about it, so grain of salt on this, but I remember thinking that I kind of wished that that was true and that George Lucas had followed up on it, because it would have made Phantom Menace less stupid if Jar Jar Binks was actually a Sith Lord acting like an idiot on purpose to distract from the fact that he was a Sith Lord. My quest, my revenge. It ends someday. What do they hope to do with 2 Asterix mana against my army of DN? Oh, I guess they do have cheap things, don't they? I think it was probably true, but later scrapped. Right, like, if Jar Jar Binks was actually some kind of Sith Lord, I don't know that it was probably true. I don't think it was probably true. I think that there's a chance it was true. But, like, I think it makes some things less stupid. Is there even a rusher left? There isn't. I didn't think about anything before I did that. Did I have a better way to get around that? Do I need to get around it? No. All of my most interesting stuff is actually gone. That's funny. Chat, I'm actually kind of running out of gas. I have Hearth Brew still in there. Carrier would be alright.
What dreams may come.
What dreams may come. You think we died? I don't think we're dead, are we? Because, like, they don't have their weapon anymore. Like, they had to use their weapon to live. Kind of funny how much damage they do still have, though. Has to hit this. Aw, we had a game if it hit that. What was my plan? Actually, oh, okay, so what I would have wanted to do is maybe... But how, like, I wish they would have hadn't grayed out my hand, but, like, like, if we could Deathwing the Destroyer, we always get around that, but, yeah. What can I say except you're welcome? Burp, 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 burp. So that's 17 minutes based on the last two games. If I use the first one, so 7, 14, 24. So just one more, if it's a decent light. Is Raren's rhetoric around Demon Hunter damaging to Hearthstone? Could you summarize it for me? Because I actually don't really watch any content creator, so like, I'm not really up to speed on the Raren Demon Hunter rhetoric. I love Phantom Menace despite its flaws. Sometimes a movie just be like that. You know, we recently saw it for its like 30th anniversary or something like that in theaters. It was like, oh, it's the whatever anniversary. Is it 25th? It's probably 25th. I think it was 10 when it came out. It was 2001. Yeah, it must have been the 25th anniversary. But yeah, so I maybe it was 1999 or 2000. I think it was 1999, right? I don't remember. Anyways, a couple years ago, which would have put it like 25 years if it was 1999, right? Yeah. They were showing Phantom Menace in theaters near me, and so we went and saw it just for the fun of it. And I remember like walking out of the theater like, that was really bad, but I had a really good time watching it. You know, like it like, I don't know. I do like the Phantom Menace. I think the Phantom Menace is fun to watch. It kind of has that like, you know how a really old movie, you can look past its flaws because it's old, right? I feel like it grew into that role, right? Like it was a bad movie when it came out, but now it's a bad movie and it's an old movie. So like, unless you were there at the time, how would you know that it wasn't just old? We didn't know how good we had it with George. That's the other thing is like, even though the prequels kind of sucked, they still had that like Star Wars feel to them. Like the execution was bad, but they still felt like Star Wars movies. So yeah, it's like the most subjective thing I would ever say, you know, like, but like it's hard to kind of back that up. The sequels were cash grabs trying to like grip onto their best understanding of what your nostalgia is to get you to enjoy something. But like the prequels, they had an intention and they just didn't deliver super well, but they still had that like feel. I don't know. All right, so I'm ready for the Raren Demon Hunter rhetoric. So it's kind of like Stormwind plus Demon Hunter combined. He's pretty adamant that the introduction of Demon Hunter fundamentally changed Hearthstone for the worst, because it raised the power level so much that the game was never the same. Plus, Demon Hunter is also a bad class since it can kind of do everything. Also, Stormwind also killed Hearthstone, plus nothing really redeemable besides tradable. Plus, it also raised the power level of the game more and made all the games feel the same.
The menagerie is for guests only.
I mean, I don't agree that... I certainly don't agree that Demon Hunter is the issue with the raised power level. I think the raised power level is the issue with raised power level. And I don't, like, you know, Galakron Shaman, like, happened right before Demon Hunter came out, right? So, like, we can't really say that, like, the introduction of, you know, the initial Ashes Demon Hunter really raised the bar of power. Like, you know, Galakron was ridiculous. Galakron Shaman on release was like, you know, most broken deck ever. And I know people like to say Demon Hunter, even though that was deleted day one, so we don't have any data on it. But anyways, whether even if Demon Hunter was more of a power outlier than Galakron Shaman, which we literally do not know because it did not exist long enough for us to know, even if, all right, Galakron Shaman did happen first, so it's like it's not really Demon Hunter's fault. The power level was already rising prior to that. But I'd say like the feel change of Hearthstone started in Witchwood for me. Like, it didn't really come to fruition until probably Stormwind. Like just the vibe change of Hearthstone. Like I feel like it started in Witchwood and it came to its climax in Stormwind, as far as its a feel difference. I'm not thinking about the game anymore at all, right? I'm thinking about answering this question, by the way, chat. So if you didn't like something I just did, get wrecked. Anyways, I don't like... I think the problem with Stormwind is that it was so against the precedent of Hearthstone. Like, it's a very, like, different style of gameplay than regular Hearthstone was. So, like, different does not necessarily mean worse, but it is starkly different. So if you liked old Hearthstone, Stormwind Defenders kind of downplay the fact that it was different. It was very different, right? And part of the reason with that is people who are fans of pre-Stormwind Hearthstone try to claim that Stormwind wasn't skill intensive when it was, you know? So like everyone's rhetoric around Stormwind in both directions, in my opinion, is stupid. So like I just like it's a really weird set to talk about because everyone on every side of the Stormwind rhetoric is very biased, I think. So if Hearthstone had launched with quest lines, I think people would still be fans of it. They wouldn't have the expectations that they have, like that pre-Stormwind set, right? Not pre-Stormwind, but like the classic through Gadget Sand set a certain type of expectation for your gameplay, and Stormwind is very different from that. But if Hearthstone had launched with Stormwind, I think that people would still like it. You know, like if every set had some quests in it from the beginning of Hearthstone to now, I think people wouldn't have hated Stormwind in the way that they do, because they'd be used to it. It's just very different. So that's how I feel about it. Do I think Hearthstone is worse for, like, I don't know. Stormwind is when all of the like COVID, the people who started playing started streaming Wild Hearthstone during COVID. That's when they all quit, right? Like, not all of them, obviously. I'm still here, but the like there was a giant group of us that started streaming during COVID, and Stormwind was when most of them dropped. Like, that's when they all stopped playing. It was a very controversial set, but I think that's like the counter argument to that is you look at the data that we have, and the average turn length in Stormwind is only 1 or 2 turns faster than the average, like, whatever. You know, like, it's not actually that significant of an outlier when you look at average game length. But what people don't like about Stormwind isn't that the average game length is lower. What they don't like about it is they don't feel like they can extend the, you know, sorry, let me like take a bit of a turn here. I don't know.
This must be the way.
I would have liked to play that before. Should I just keep choosing this over and over and over? How obnoxious.
This must be the way.
This is a disaster. Here, I'll take that, I guess. Sure. Alright, now I'm gonna overdraw. Perfect. So even though games do not usually go to turn 15 and end in a fatigue, like end in fatigue and like an attrition battle, even though most of the time throughout the history of Hearthstone, the average game does not, it has never been like that is common. That's never been common. It's just something that the game has a long history of allowing to happen sometimes. And Stormwind did pressure the game to be over at a certain point. So even though the game length, average game length, was still about the same, only a little bit faster, it no longer had the like ability for, it no longer gave the average game the ability, like the chance to go there. Like a player couldn't feel like they could play to that out anymore because games were ending at a certain point. And that is different. So I don't know. Guess I want to get rid of all of these whelps if I can. I never got the hate against Stormwind. The only issue I had with it was the never-ending standard matchup against Warrior. Yeah, I mean, like, there's plenty to like about Stormwind. That's why, like, I always think people are so stupid when they talk about people being degenerates or people being dumb for playing a deck. Like, I don't know. Like, I just think that type of view is so obviously like people are dumb because they want to play a game a certain way. Like, it's the game. A lot of people, like, I just hate the way they talk about Hearthstone, I guess. Well, really wish I could just play that. I want this to be dead. That's my issue I'm running in right now. I want that to be dead, and there's nothing I can do about it. Too many cards in my hand. What if I played this? Now I can actually play some things, right? Like, it's a little stupid, right? I admit it. I admit it. It's a little stupid. But, like, now I actually have enough room in my hand to play a card. Oh, I actually got rid of the buddy. I'm just used to hearing Stormwind bad. I never heard it from that angle before. Yeah, and like, I don't know. People do not like to actually think about that. I feel like people are very polarized. I kind of love the Dr. Boom competitive mirrors, not gonna lie, just talking from a watching point. The best meta is when I win, agree. I used to think like that, it's a hard mindset to get out of. I still kind of struggle with it. The best way to conceptualize it is hate the game, not the player, I guess. Yeah. It's tough for people. Am I dead, by the way? Is that 6? I might be alive. Probably not. And I'm dead. That was a 12-minute game. I'll keep it. Losses at the end, I think I'm like especially more tolerant of, but like I want to move on with my day. Unfortunately, I like talking with you guys, but it's time for me to go. It's time for me to go be a Martian. Where should I send you? Should I send you anywhere? Never raiding again. That's what they call me. Never raid Martian Boo. Goodbye, friends. I'll see you. 2 videos, so I'm gonna see you on Friday. Then I won't see you from then. I won't see you again until Monday. But yeah. Goodbye, friends.